Hi, wildlings. I know that some of you are really missing some of your really strong practices, so let's have a movement snack with this. Grab 1 or 2 therabands. This is one of those tricky exercises where the more resistance you have, the easier this becomes. Easy is not a word I'm going to toss around with this right now because this is fundamentally not an easy exercise. I'm going to do this with a red and a green one. You might try this with less resistance. I wouldn't recommend using more resistance. Find some sort of doorknob in your house. I have this great sliding door handle, but you could also do this on a regular doorknob. If you have a sliding doorknob the way that I do, you're going to hook your therabands underneath the knob. If you have a knob, actually let's all do this. This isn't a bad idea. Take your therabands and just loop them over once. So it kind of is it'll just stay in place better that way. So if you've got the circle doorknob, you're gonna not undo what I just did because you don't want the band to come flying off right in the middle. From there, hold on to the 2 bands. You're eventually gonna be standing with them over your head like this, but I wanna show you a cool little rotator cuff exercise first. So if you're standing with the bands in front of you, they'll be making an X. So that when you start to come over, now start to lean back, put some weight into the bands, pull your left arm, start to lift it up and overhead to cross underneath. I just opened the door. That's awesome. There we go. Okay, I guess that's why we're locking our doors these days. All right, so coming back. So now you saw where I'm going with this, so let's start it over so you know what's happening. So you're standing facing the doorknob. Start to pull your left arm as you step your right foot. Pull your left arm to twirl you around and then line your feet up. Start to pull up onto your tippy toes. Now notice here, did you arch your back? If you did so, is that what you want to be doing here? If it's too much work for your lumbar spine, can you find a lift at your back ribs as you push your hips forward? This is an insanely challenging exercise for me. I wonder if it is for you as well. Let's go out the opposite way. So that same foot that stepped before is going to step again. Cross. Now pull with your right arm. So right foot stepped, right arm pulled, and turn back around. We go the way we came. So your left foot is now in front. Start to pull with your right arm, twirl yourself around, line your arms back up. Pull your ribs into your body as you move your rib cage back, send your hips forward. Look up with your eyeballs, pull your pinkies towards the camera, or wherever they're going, pull them away from your face, and then start to lift up and roll back down. Now we go back the other way. So now you're going to step your left foot, pull with your left arm to help twirl you back around. And let's add in a squat here because why not? Sit down, row your arms back. We'll stand up, we go back the way we came. So step with your right foot, pull with your left hand, start to twirl yourself around. Even out your feet, exhale or breathe, and start to push up onto your tippy toes. Could you keep one straight line in your body? Lower your heels down, pull with your right arm, step with your right foot, twirl yourself around, sit down low. Let's row your arms. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand back up. Let's go backwards now. So start to pull with your right arm, twirl your right leg back behind you. If you're messing this up, don't worry. If you're moving and ending up on one side and then the other, that's the point. So don't get too hung up on it. Lengthen your elbows up towards the ceiling as you hug your shoulder blades towards your center line. Lift up. Could you hold this in place? Maybe even shift your weight side to side. I don't know if you can see my arm going crazy from how hard this is for me. Pull, step your left foot, pull with your left hand. Let that help twirl you back around. Sit down low, pull with your strong arms. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand back up. Step, let's see. Now take your left leg back behind you like you're doing a curtsy. Pull with your left arm. Let that help you twirl around. And the challenge here is, can you control the movement? So rather than just whipping yourself around, you're creating new movement strategies for yourself that you could control. Come back to center. And then take a little bit of tension out of the straps. So get more slack. Lean forward. And then can you start to pull your pinkies forward? Maybe not. Let them go. So this is where you're trying to find a balance between the tension you need to hold you upright and the tension, less tension, so that you can approximate a longer arm length. Good. From here, let's go step your left foot, pull with your left arm, sit back down into your squat. This time, could you send your right leg forward so that you're just balancing on your left leg? Bend your elbows. Let's do some bent arm rows. Pull. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sit lower. Squeeze your glute. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step that right foot forward. Pull with your arm. Loop yourself back around. You might need to take up a little bit of slack. Shift your weight forward. Lengthen your arms and bend for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your heels. Step with your right leg as you pull your right arm. Twirl around. You might take some tension, more tension or less, as you sit back into your squat. Transfer your weight into your other leg. Send your other leg forward. Good, and then pull, pull, pull for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Little glute squeeze. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Set that down. Go ahead and twirl around one more time. And this time, if it feels okay, you could let the straps start to give you a little bit of a pull. Those of you who are hypermobile, you're not going to go into your fullest range of motion. Keep it maybe about 70%. And then see what there is to enjoy here. Would you maybe like some shoulder rolls? Neck or pelvis rolls? You might have let go of the stretchy bands. Hang the bands up for a second, just to shake off, take a stretch. All right, are we shaking off? One last little stretch here for you. Again, bottom loading, but this time, so loading your straps up from the bottom. Make sure that that one part of the strap is really looped around so that it can't go anywhere. It's held in place. And then you're going to take the band overhead and let it start to arch up and overhead. Let your head fall in and just let yourself bounce here a little bit. Oh, so nice. You might have taken some of the slack out. You might have added in less resistance or more. And then I've done this, and you might have done this instinctively, it just feels really good to me. You might just nestle your head in the crook of your elbow. Keep this, turn around, and then side bend the other way. So this is all still just one side. And then could you turn your chest a little bit more up towards the sky? Find a nice big wide inhale. Exhale. Let that go. Shake it off. Let's just see if there's any difference between your two sides. I feel a difference. I wonder if you can see one. Oh, I wonder. Let's try the other side. So you still have your band well looped up on your doorknob, whatever it is. And this time you're going to step away, or step the opposite direction. Make sort of that like reverse archer. It has a name and I can't think of it at the moment because this is tiring. You're going to go ahead and lean into it. Whoop. Hopefully that's why your band is secure. And then let yourself bounce off of that a little bit. And then when you're ready, twirl yourself around and side bend. Can you turn your chest up to the sky a little bit more? Big inhale. Exhale. And come on back up. Shake it off. Stand tall. And notice. Easy breath in. Let it go. What are you noticing? I'll see you next time.